Hello guys, Boris here. I will just publish again the link on Twitter to announce that it's live, and then we will start for the part 2 so I have a bit more time. If you have not checked the video, the previous one, there is another live that I have done on Friday evening. So I recommend you to watch this one before the part 1 because we will continue. So I will say up. The part tag. Live on YouTube for the part 2 of the debrief regarding the Sorare football roadmap 2024. Tac. Tac. Okay, so let's go. So let's speak about the roadmap. So we were crystal clear progression. Voila, read, learn more about how we are going to deliver on the above. So we stop there. This we have seen. More cash reward, how the two format works, play with classic card we have seen, scooching we have seen, competition structure. So we were here. This two format approach allows us to maintain long-term card utility for our managers while giving us more flexibility to maintain and eventually increase weekly payouts alongside of our growth. So, competition. Effective starting August. So we have Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Champions, Bundesliga, La Liga, Premier League, Serie A, and the French League, La Ligue 1. Challengers, so Eredivisie, MLS. I don't succeed to see which one is this. Turkish, Brazil, Norway, Portugal, Inglaterra, so England, I think Championship, and Contenders, also a lot of logo that I don't succeed to see. Mexico, Argentina, Serie B, La Liga 2, Russia, etc., etc. So I think the main change also to notice is that there is a new league that is Contenders that didn't exist before. I think that kind of replaced the cap divisions, and then the U23 that stayed. So this is a good news for people that like to play U23. So let's see. Simplified competition, hierarchy, rise to the top. Now let's move to our next principle, simplify. With the new in-season and classic season model, we are excited to present our new competition structure starting August 2024. The below structure simplifies the manager journey and introduces a format that all football fans can relate to. New managers can begin and compete in the leagues they know best. It's a cleaner structure that also gives more space to special events, challenges, and competitions that closely follow the football calendar. Moving from regional-based competitions to tier-based competitions is a more logical game balance system. It allows us to better match leagues that are at a similar level of competitions. So this is interesting. Moving from regional-based competitions to tier-based competitions is a more logical game balance system. It allows us to better. So I don't know what does it mean exactly. Maybe it's related to the current gameplay that is with the regional structure, but I'm not sure that it's. Let's check on Sorare. Sorare. My lineups. As I cannot see. I cannot see. Rivals, Pro, competition, all competition, February, game week. I cannot see. Challenger Europe, Champion America, Champion Asia, Champion Europe, Second Division Europe, Youth Under 23 Limited. So yeah, it was Challenger Europe, Champion America, Champion Asia, Champion Europe, Second Division Europe, Under 23 Limited, Under 23, sorry, and the cap. So the Champion Asia, the Second Division Europe, and that's all. Disappear, if I understand properly. Okay, so then this format will still reward the scouting DNA. That is a key part of Sorare and our community. Player cards can be scouted in contenders competition and move up the competition ladder as the player's career progresses. Managers can now celebrate when one of their player cards get a big summer transfer and moves up to a higher competition tier. In the past, this type of progress in a player's career was not always celebrated, so I'm not sure to get that. This format still rewards the scouting DNA, that is a key part of Sorare and our community. Player cards can be scouted in contender competitions and move up. Okay, so if a player change a club, it will be able to use his card in another division. I'm not sure to understand exactly how does that work, but let's see. Staying loyal to our community DNA is a special mention to the Under 23 competition that continues for a fifth season on Sorare. So this is a good news. We heard from our community, scouting is fun, and the U23 competition rewards manager for tracking the next big talents. Yeah. And it brings, I think, a good revenue because it's pretty expensive, I think, in my opinion, to play and be competitive in the Under 23 because the reward is great. So I think that the U23 in-season cards the next year will be pretty expensive. Let me go to take a tissue because I'm a bit, I took a cold. Sorry. Okay, so how to determine our competition tiers? The allocation of leagues within each competition is updated once a year and communicated 2 months before the start of the European season in August. Okay, so depending on the leagues, it might change. I think there won't be big changes because I think champions and challengers, I don't see any other league that miss, but let's see. To determine whether each covered league is allocated, we use a combination of Opta rankings for top performing clubs in each league, activity on Sorare, and our partnership of course. So for the 2024-2025 season, here is where each league lands. So champions, so now we can see better. Champions, La Liga, Premier League, Serie A, and La Liga, the French league. Challengers, Eredivisie, MLS. This one I don't know which one is it. Maybe the... Oh, this one I don't know. The Turkish, I think. Brazil, Norway, Portugal, and England. And contenders. Chanel, it's Croatia, I think. Austria, Bundesliga 2, SPFL, I don't remember. I don't remember. League, Key League, Japan, La Liga 2, so Hypermotion, Mexico, Argentina, Italia 2, I guess. Or it was not in... Yeah, Italia 2. Chile, if I don't say crazy things. League 2 in France, Colombia, Peru, I think, China, Switzerland, Russia, and this is Norway. So, this is Norway. So this one I don't remember this flag. Well, let's see. My memory is not working good. Which flag is this? Well, let's see. When do these competitions? Let's see on the site of Sorare because it's driving me crazy. Sorare.com. Coverage. So SPFL is Premiership. Chile, Peru. Superliga. What is Superliga? Denmark. So it's Denmark. And the other one. There is not the logo. Oh, I have no idea. Copa America. No, to be honest, I don't have any idea. I think it's the Turkish league and the Challenger, so the number 3 and the number 4 of the Challenger, I don't have any idea, to be honest. It's not written in the website of Sorare, so sorry. Maybe we can find that later. But I think it's Turkey. And I don't know. Okay, anyway, so when do these competitions open? At least 10 licensed teams within the competition must participate for the competition to be officially open. In August, U23 opens when any other competition opens. Okay. From August onward, mid-game week and league breaks will be complemented with exciting special weekly formats. This I have seen a tweet recently that was super funny. I think it was Genesis. Let me find it out. Genesis. What? And he was saying, "Hey Sorare, how do we ensure all cards have value?" And the bot answered, "We've created special weeklies." How do we keep everyone happy? Special weeklies. How do we cure cancer? Special weeklies. World peace. Special weeklies. ... Special weeklies. One ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. With a gift, so it makes me laugh. You can check that on the profile of Genesis, that is at FIGENESIS. And I have just retweeted with the account Sorare info on Twitter because it makes me laugh. And yeah. So Special Weekly is the answer for everything. So more seriously, for August onward, mid-game weeks and league breaks will be complemented with exciting special weekly formats. So the transition we will see later. How are rewards shared across competition tiers? We will share a more detailed breakdown of our prize pools across competitions by the end of February. So for the moment, I think there is no need to dig too much inside this because it's not definitive. Here is an example how card rewards will increase for challenger and contender classic competitions. So we can see that it's limited, going from 2,512 to 4,450 for the limited challenger and contender competitions. For rare, it's going from 835 to 975. And more is not definitive, so I don't know why I'm looking at this, but anyway. And for rare, it's going from 77 to 100, and for unique, it doesn't change. So let's see, because this it's temporary to give an idea, but it's not definitive. But in any case, what we can see is that for limited card, it has a big impact. For rare, it's more or less a bit more than 10%. For super rare, it has almost 30%, 40% maybe increase, and unique. So it seems that challenger and contender can be good move to play, but again, the thing is that with the cap removed, I guess we will play less division, but with more teams, because there is Belgian trial, so I think we will see that later. But the choice, I see it like this, will be either we decide to play one division, for example, Champion Europe, either we decide to play multiple, and so I have the feeling that there is at the end less divisions, but the goal is to play less divisions with more teams. So maybe I have a wrong feeling about that. Me, in my personal case, I plan to play only Champion Europe, and then I need to see, because I had a cap 240 chip. So what should I do with this team for the moment? I don't know. Divisions, promotion and relegation. We have simplified and revamped our reward structure. Now let's look at how managers have a clearer path for promotion. We are excited to announce the introduction of Sorare divisions within each competition, but it's already existed in the past. So not like this. The divisions were already existed, then it has been removed. So yeah, anyway. With each competition, managers will battle it out on the leaderboards. The division structure will bring the joys and heartbreak of promotion and relegation for all Sorare managers. Gaining promotion to each division unlock access to better rewards and of course club prestige. With division, Sorare is your junior rewarded. So yeah, the real question, of course, is it better to win often in Division 1 than is it better to win one time in Division 1 than 2 times in Division 2, etc, etc. Is it better to win one time in Division 2 than 2 times in Division 3, etc. So this will be really interesting to follow. It will be long to follow this, of course. And yeah, at the end, the number of division doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't remove the, let's say, the problem or the challenge of having a lot of people playing in rare and having a lot of people playing limited, because going from, I don't know exactly how many people play Champion Europe this weekend, let's see. Sorare. Champion Europe. Limited 10,000. 9,558. Exactly. So, yeah, what I wanted to say is that this is the case for this is the page for the rare, but having 4 division in limited at the end, it's still in average 2,500 people. If there is 5 division, it's 2,000. If there is 10 division, it's then 1,000 per division. So it's still good to have them, but at the end we still compete with a lot of people. So let's see. Uh, I I don't have an idea of how the reward distribution will be impacted, in a sense that how it will allow us to really win cards more regularly, but it's in theory that's the case. But again, is it better to win regularly average card, or is it better to win once a star card or a good reward? I think everyone has a different perception on that. Me personally, I prefer to win less often but win big. But yeah, let's see how does that work. So these are not the final number, just a representation. How does it work? Every game week, managers are up for promotion or relegation for each team they have created. So if I understood properly, each team play on a division. So if I register, for example, 2 teams in Champion Europe, I can play in 2 divisions the next game week depending on my results. So this is how I interpret the sentence, but let's see if I'm correct or not. Manager who plays toward the top and bottom of the leaderboard experience the highs and lows of the football division structure. As your team rises through divisions, the competition heats up. Of course, I think it's logical, and what I like about this particularly is the idea to compete for long-term competition, because I feel that it's something really exciting to be sure to win something when today it's not the case. You play, but at the end of the season, it's not really sure that you can win something. I really think that this division structure for long-term competition, so 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 season, etc., will allow people to win more regularly, and that this will be a good thing, because yeah, if there is divisions at the end, it means that it's possible to win something for sure or no. But if for example I have players that have an average of 60-70 points, a lot of game weeks in Champion Europe I win nothing, and I think a lot of managers is the same. For a lot of managers is the same. With this division structure, I think it allows to win maybe less good cards but more regularly. So I'm curious to see how it will have an impact on the fact that we will be able to play more often in different game weeks, and not only play one game week and get rewarded or no. I think this division system will allow to have a mid-season competition, season competition, and to better plan, I guess. I hope that's the plan. Sorry. Here is an example of the promotion and relegation breakdown for limited competitions. Division 1, bottom 50% relegated. Okay, so Division 1 is pretty competitive, because 50% right now, it means, I guess, more than 200 points. Let's see. Tag page. Let's go to page 50. So page 50 now. Maybe I have got too much. No, page 50. It's yeah. So It means more than maybe 300 points right now. No, a bit less than 300 points. 200. So 2000 managers have more than 280 points, more or less. So yeah, the I think less than 300 points or 200, 350 and it's relegated. So the Division 1 will be pretty competitive because right now even playing with this, with even 400 sometimes is not enough. I'm kidding, of course, but it becomes really competitive. So let's see. Division 2 top 20% are promoted, bottom 30% are relegated. So there is 50% that are staying in Division 2, so I think it will be pretty full. And Division 3 top 25% are promoted, bottom 25%, so we have 50-50. With a division structure, you compete against managers of a similar level, and there is something to play for every game week. Yes and no. I think that depending on the time frame, it's way harder for some managers to stay in Division 3 or Division 2 when they can be a good sequence if someone is winning 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks with a good team because the players are combining well, the coach is not making too much rotations, etc. Yeah, of course, but I'm not sure that this guaranteed the similar level, at least for a short term or reason. So this I'm curious to see how it will impact. Because yes, of course, the bigger you are, the bigger your opponents will be. But I'm not sure that on 3 game weeks it will have an impact. But I think Sorare have done the math. And if it's the case, maybe a lot of people won't change a division during 1 month or 2 months. So it will be really interesting to see, in average, how many people stay in the same division, how many people win. Because at the end, when you win, you move up. There is no you win and you stay. So if I understand properly, because the 50%, for example, that are not the top 20% and not the bottom 30%, I think they don't get any reward. Of course, the bottom 30% they don't get any reward because they get relegated. So it's 80% of managers that don't win anything. That's I think already the case more or less now. And the Division 1 50% are relegated. So does that mean that 50% get rewarded? There will be a lot of studies to do. I'm just thinking out of loud. If you have an opinion and you agree or you disagree, but I'm curious to know how many people will stay in the division for how long and how I will stay in the division and for how long, and see if I get rewarded or not. It's something that I'm looking forward. So yeah, with a division structure, you compete against manager of a similar level. Let's see. Division shooting for the stars. The division structure in place will lead to fair separation in team quality across divisions. Each division presents new and hot competition on the leaderboard. Further, each division unlocks access to bigger rewards, prize pools across the division structure are crafted to reward managers as they progress up the divisions. You will want to shoot for the stars, this is for sure. I think it's already the case. Managers will begin at the bottom division and compete against other managers and teams of a similar level. So this is, I think, a key part. That means that as everyone is starting at the bottom, I'm not sure that it's a good move to play directly the first game week. Because obviously there will be more people trying to compete, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it will be the other way around, maybe it will be interesting to play the first one. Let's see. But I'm curious to know how it will be managed, because first, when I read this, what I was thinking is that I let people play, the first 3 weeks, for example, and then I joined, but I will use my card in any case. So is it better to not play with my Champion Europe team the first game week, where all the teams are playing, and play the second one to win a card directly in the division to pretend to win a card, because a lot of people would have already moved. This is something I think that deserves to be discussed. Alors, where we were. This is the sentence that has made crazy a lot of people. With this division structure, cap mod will no longer be permanent, but will feature in our special weekly competitions. More on this below. Point. 2 lines. And that's fair, as we said last time. I think Sorare can do whatever they want. It's logical to remove them, and there is no need to justify. We are all sad, I think, of all the people that play the mods, the cap mods, of course. But again, they have distributed a lot of cash, and it was initially in Ethereum, and there was no cap. It was only to reach 250 points, only in rare. Then it appeared on all divisions with the cap, so all scarcities. So I think we cannot complain, because people that were playing the cap, like myself, we have really enjoyed that. So yeah, let's move on. New scarcity rules. To ease progression across scarcities, we are also introducing new card scarcity eligibility rules across competitions. All card scarcities, pro cards, limited, rare, super rare, and unique, are eligible for competitions below their scarcity. Okay, so this is pretty also something that I don't really understand why. But what it means is that someone that is competing in rare, so like me, for example, I have a lot of U23 in rare. I can play my rare in limited. So, okay, it can make sense. I buy a rare, I want to play also in limited. Hopefully, I don't have players in both scarcities, because it's pretty useless then. And yeah, and it's a good and a bad thing, I think, because people that have why do they want to play limited? Me personally, it has never been a need, so I don't really understand why there is this new scarcity rule, but yeah, let's see. Scarcity bonuses won't apply, of course, when a card is used, hopefully. While a manager is building toward a new scarcity by either winning or collecting new cards, they can use their small number of higher scarcity cards in lower scarcity competition to continue their progress. Yeah, this makes sense for people that want to use them. I think for people that compete in only one scarcity, it's a bit strange, because I don't see someone buying rare, but it improves the utility. You will tell me, hey, if you buy a rare, you can play no unlimited. Okay, but the thing is that why not just buy unlimited then? So, if someone can explain this to me, I'm curious to know. Multi-on try. So multi-on try plus scarcity new rules. So it's a lot. Having reviewed the multi-on try concept for the Premier League winter competition, we are confident it's a positive introduction to all summer competition. With the option to submit up to 3 teams into the same competition, this is good to limit it to 3. Managers can go deeper into the leagues and clubs they are passionate about. It's a new opportunity to strategize and live the experience of climbing divisions more than once with different strategies. So yeah, depending, basically, what can be really interesting is to have 3 stacks. So this is a good news this is a good news for me personally because I have a lot of cards of Paris. I have a lot of cards of Bayern. So I have done the good move by saying that I want to select 5 clubs. I think that then I should move and have only three clubs to follow. So Paris, Barcelona, and Milan, I think it will be. With a much cleaner competition structure, Mission Try also allows us to maintain card utility with fewer competitions. Mission Try also allows us to maintain card utility. Yeah, okay, so because there is less divisions, if I understand properly, it's good to have Mission Try. Once live managers can enter up to 3 teams every game week for each competition. This was already said. For example, in any given game week, you have 2 Bundesliga team in limited division 4 and another in limited division 1. They all progress and compete for rewards independently. This is good. And no, it answers part of my question of before. Potentially, you have more chance to win rewards, basically, if you play with 3 teams. And you play with different divisions, so it's a good thing. Sorry, let me turn on the light because we don't see anything. Hopla. Okay, so what else do we have? A new era for special weeklies. With over 300 licensed clubs, the Sorare football calendar is busy. There are countless competitions and rewards for us to surprise and delight our community. Special weeklies, as we said before, is the answer to everything. With our new competition structure, mid-game weeks, Tuesday, Friday will also be complemented with special weekly formats including cap modes, new eligibility rules, and fun events built around the football calendar. So this is a good news because at the end the cap don't disappear, they just move less often and move in mid-game week when basically a lot of less people play. Me personally, I don't play mid-game weeks. I was even not submitting team sometimes on Tuesday, so not sure this will change a lot of things for me, even if the mods are fun, etc. Because at the end, it's another game, you know. The midweeks are another game, to be honest. And yeah, so let's see if it's interesting to play or not to plan. It's for me, it gives me a headache when I need to plan for the weekend. I need to plan for the midweek, so it has been a bit too much. So that's why I have focused on Champion Europe only the weekend, and that's already enough, you know. Just like our winter special competition, these special weeklies will sometimes offer big cash prizes. Good news. In-season cards only or classical? I'm joking, of course, but I guess I have the answer in my question. Keep your eyes peeled for a very special MLS special weekly in April. Cool. Whoa, that's a lot, yeah? How are we going there? In our commitment to give managers the needed time to evolve their strategies to this new structure, we will fully transition to our new gameplay in August 2024 when the new European season starts. We have put a huge amount of cards into our transition period to honor our existing community, and give them the needed time to adapt their strategies. Through iterations and testing, a transition period ensures a successful launch at the start of the European season. So, a huge amount of care, not a huge amount of cards. So yeah, so let's see. Premier League in season. In season Premier League competition, no live. No a permanent competition. Cool. Beat the game mod. New cap 240. February 16. So it's changing already. March transition. introduction of in-season and classic season formats with new competition tiers, champion, challenger, contender, global, and cup competition remain open exclusively to executive managers. So global, so the all-star and the cup competition will be open, but new manager will not access. And August, full gameplay live. Okay, that's pretty clear. So to recap one more time, Premier League in-season competition is staying live now, so it's a really good news to lock in, I think, the Premier League. So yeah, I think it's a great decision. Beat the game mode, new cap 240 competition goes live. Select your threshold target for your team, beat the game. So the last, but it was the last cap 240 basically, as we know. Sorry. So we will see that later. Then it doesn't change anything. So from February 16 to March to August, the new cap stay the new cap. And then it disappear, let's say, in August. There was the timeline here. February 16, March 29, starting August. So again, 9 days for the new cap. Everyone can argue that it's too short. I think it's not, but everyone has a different opinion. I think it's a good move, and it's good to do it fast. Please read our product roadmap update for information on our transition. Maybe I will keep that for another time because first of all I'm a bit sick, as you can see. So I don't want to make a video of 1 hour with this nose that is making me speak like a duck. And yeah, I think that's all for this one. I hope that you have found something useful. Me, I have learned some stuff and I have saved some useful information. Let's recap what Sorare 2024 delivers. More exciting rewards. We are increasing cash rewards thanks to a new in-season and classic season format, clear competition structure. We are implementing simplified competition structure with divisions that more accurately reflect real-world football. Star players will be stars, clear style, clear progression. We are streamlining gameplay, so manager clearly know their next move and where they can climb divisions and be rewarded as they progress. That's a bigger update. Can you tell me more? If you would like to learn more behind the reasons for our decision, tune into our pitch side chat between Nicola, CEO, Guy, product manager, and Dan community, going live on Sorare YouTube later today, Wednesday, February 7. On top of this, to help our community pack everything, the Sorare team will be very active on our community channels over the coming days. We will keep a live FAQ updated to answer your most important questions and follow up with additional details in the future product update. Nicolas, CEO, Guy, product manager of the community team, Dan and Bobo will also take part in community podcasts and forums over the coming weeks to answer your biggest questions. A huge thank you for your continued support and feedback. We are more excited than ever for the future of Sorare, and we can't wait to follow your journey to the top. I think it's a nice move. For today, it's enough. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch or to listen. And yeah, what I recommend is to watch the video. If I have time, I will summarize this discussion in an article on sorareinfo.com. I'm not sure I can do that, to be honest, in the coming weeks, because I want to update the website first. And that's not what I will do right now. I have more or less 1 hour and a half to do it. I'm not sure I can reflect all the changes of the roadmap on the website right now, so let's see. And yeah, let's keep in touch. Sorry for my nose. Tomorrow will be better, and I think next weekend we will continue this deep dive with the live FAQ, the blog for the transition, and yeah, and yeah. See you. Don't forget, FIFA is good, Sorare is better, and real football, it's even better. Ciao.